Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We've got the UFO sightings that you've been waiting for, and our emails are piling up. Our Facebook, Twitter, people are submitting the phenomenon on a daily basis, and we're sharing them with you as fast as possible. So let's get it started. An amateur astronomer had his lens pointed at Saturn and captures something incredible traversing through the rings. Take a look at this video. So as we're looking at this and getting a closer look, we've done some enhancements as best as we could. Let me tell you, to capture Saturn in its glory the way this is, it's very well done by an amateur. But what's incredible is that there's this celestial object that's traversing around the rings of Saturn. This isn't no moon. If it's not a moon, then this, in my opinion, is undeniable proof of some kind of interstellar craft. Now, is NASA going to come forward and tell us what was captured? I'm hoping somebody's going to be posting this on the major media because this is big. Whatever this object is massive. Brent, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, Blake, this one really blew me away. As soon as I saw this, we needed to share it with you guys. And what's your thoughts in the chat room tonight? I'm sure we're all questioning this. This amateur astronomer captured something undeniable. What is it is a big question. I'm going to say to all of you, how big do you think this craft is? It must be massive to compare it to the size of Saturn and the rings itself. It's probably the size of Earth, I could imagine. If this is a case, that Earth compared to Saturn would be about this scale. So we're looking at something massive in scope. If this is indeed a starship, I would like to see Hubble zoom up on this and get a crystal clear photo of what we're looking at. Or maybe all astronomers, amateur astronomers right now, should be looking at Saturn and seeing if we see these kind of anomalies.
That's right, Brent. That's why we're putting out the word to all you amateur astronomers out there. Start pointing your lenses at Saturn right now, because this interstellar object, this UFO, this unidentified craft, harnessing possibly the energy from Saturn, it is a gas planet. But what's crazy about it is, like you said, Brent, whatever this object is, it's large, almost planet-sized. And if this is something that's intelligent in design, now we're dealing with something huge here. Like I said, this is big news. And even though the video is a little blurry, you got to appreciate the evidence that we're looking at right now. And we see no manipulation. This isn't CGI in our opinion. Whatever is captured here, it's there. So the implications behind this could change everything as we know it. Maybe whatever this craft is going to be coming around closer to us. Maybe it's just a wanderer in our solar system. And maybe this amateur astronomer just got lucky enough to capture this moment in time, and we're able to share it with you. And we want to thank Jaime Maussan for giving us a heads up on this. And we're happy to share it. And I'm happy that we're seeing this live premiere have a lot of chats in the room right now, and people are speculating. And that's about all we could do right now. We don't claim to be experts, but we do claim to be experts at getting the information out to you as fast as possible. So that being said, we got this incredible new UFO sighting just in. Guys, take a look at this. So we're going to take a closer look at this video of some kind of disc-shaped object lit up in the night sky, creating some kind of huge luminescence around the structure. I'm going to rule out drone right away, or helicopter. It's definitely not an airplane. It's just remaining stationary. but it does seem to change form in ways, and then back to its saucer shape, and then a huge bright light, very luminescent. Again, what is the source of the light, and what's the source of the meta-propulsion that's keeping it up in the air? Brent, what's your thoughts? Any speculation here?
Yeah, definitely. We're looking at cool videos tonight, guys. Thanks for joining us. We see the area, it's kind of fogged out. So the whole area is being illuminated with the light, whatever it is. Could it be maybe a tower off in the background creating this light show? If that's what we're looking at, I'm leaning towards something else. It looks strange. It has this spherical, bright luminescent object, and then it kind of splits apart, and you see kind of a pyramidal shape in front of this craft and then something else in the back. It's quite unique. I can't quite make out what this is. It's unidentified, and that's why we're sharing it tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting you bring it up, Brent, that it could be maybe a structure in the background and there's some lights on top of it, and maybe it's obscured by the fog, and that could be the case. And I'm hoping we could find out a little bit more on this and bring you the answers. But right now, we're not seeing any structure. And in my opinion, whatever this is, it's up there in the sky, and it's hovering there. And again, what's the meta-propulsion behind it? We're not seeing any FAA lights, and we're not hearing anything either. We had to mute down the original audio file because there was some music in the background, that issue that comes up. So that's why we had to keep the audio low on this. But from what we could hear, there was no noise coming from this craft. It was stealth in the sky. You probably wouldn't even know it was there unless you looked up. And that's the case for a lot of people. A lot of people around here aren't looking up anymore. They're just looking at their phones. We're driving around in Los Angeles. Most people are driving not aware that there's somebody in front of them. They're on the phones. People are crossing the crosswalks, looking at their iPhones. And we see people getting injured. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't always look at your phones. Look around, and also look up and have that camera ready. And like I said, we've got a lot more UFO videos for you. So let's roll this one. Take a look at this, guys. I like this. We've got a person you can see looking up in the sky at this red luminescent object, just glowing red, and moving at really incredible speeds, erratic maneuvers. It's rotating, undulating. Again, this is kind of strange. It almost seems biological or organic, but I could be wrong. It could be a drone. But has anybody seen a drone like this? Obviously, the people on the ground are very curious about what this object is. Usually people look at drones and they're very mundane. We're used to these now. We're not excited about drones. But when you see something like this seems almost out of this world, and the maneuvers that it's performing here. Brent, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, we wouldn't share it unless we thought it was unique, and it is. We're seeing these strange undulating movements, and it's rotating. I don't see drones flipping like that. It almost looks like a tic-tac doing kind of like cartwheels. It's pretty wild stuff. This thing's pretty bright up there, and you can see the people trying to chase this UFO down as it kind of flies behind the trees. It's illuminated, and why is it this color? There's no drone color lights with the red and blue blinking on and off. We're seeing something else here. The big question is, what is it? This is a good capture, and I'm glad we're sharing it.
Yeah, could it be a natural atmospheric phenomenon known as like a fireball? Because there are static charges, earthquakes, volcanoes, even the air itself will create a static charge, and you'll have the phenomenon known as a fireball. They've been known to bounce around and jump through people's homes. and it's unintentional. It's just natural. Could this be something that we're looking at, something natural? But again, it seems that they're looking at this, the people on the ground, and whatever this craft is up in the sky seems to be aware of the people on the ground. And it's kind of like playing peekaboo with these guys. It drops down at a very high rate of speed and then takes some erratic maneuvers. This thing seems to be pretty stealthy. So here we go again. A Ring camera captures something on camera. Could this be the infamous TR-3B? Well, this is questions that we need answers to, and I want to thank Anthony Esempler. He has a YouTube channel called The Unidentifieds 4, and he's allowed us permission to share this with you, and we're grateful for other YouTubers reaching out to Third Phase of Moon to get down to the bottom of this mystery. And also, this video came from Kevin Barrett, and we're appreciating Kevin for getting this footage out so people could see this. The TR-3B is a mystery out there. We've been bringing this phenomenon to you for over a decade. We've had photographs, videos submitted to us from across the country. I believe the TR-3B is built by us within the United States, possibly reverse engineered technology behind it, and I'm leaning towards that. Is this what we're seeing here, Brandon, this Ring footage here?
Yeah, it's damn cool footage, to say the least. I like Anthony for submitting this and getting the YouTubers to give Third Phase of Moon the premier prime UFOs, and we're glad to deliver it to you. Hard telling what this is. People might say it is the infamous TR-3B. Definitely it has the shape. It has a triangular three-cornered lights, and it moves in a strange formation. And the way it's cornered down, it doesn't look like a plane, and it would just move too slowly for a plane to move that way. So we're looking at something else. Could they be helicopters in formation? That's a possibility, but we're not seeing no blinking lights. We're seeing the lights just remain static. So the big question is, what is it?
Yeah, good question. What is it, Brent? And I'm leaning towards a possible TR-3B sighting here. They could be Chinese lanterns, but again, they stay in formation pretty well here. And the whole idea of the angle that it's traversing on rules out airplane. And again, no FAA lights, like you said. So this is interesting footage. And again, I want to thank Unidentifieds 4 for sharing this. Again, there's a lot of YouTube channels trying to get into this, and they're getting footage from their friends and people because they're asking, have you captured anything amazing out there? Get that video to us. And we have a lot of YouTubers submitting their videos that come to them because they want to share it on Third Phase of Moon. We're going to be sure to share their original link to Anthony Esempler's YouTube channel. And we thank everybody for participating. This field is a collaboration. It should be for everybody, and there shouldn't be any walls or drama. We all want to get to the answer, whether we're alone in the universe. And I believe we're not alone. There's something going on right here on the planet, and we need to find out right away what this is. So that being said, we've got a photograph that has just been submitted to us on our email. It just came in a few moments ago, so let's pull it up, take a look at this. So we're looking at something, again, that looks like the TR-3B. It's not video, but it's a spectacular photograph, and people are speculating that there was some kind of ship hovering over a city in the night sky, and a lot of people saw it. There's a lot of pictures, but this is the one that we're able to obtain. I think there's going to be more coming in. Obviously, this is quite large in the sky, and we're looking at it, and I'm asking everybody if they have any idea what this is. You let us know. But Brent heard about some things. Again, this is kind of liquid. It's breaking right now. We're getting this video up as fast as possible. So, Brent, what's the background on this?
Yeah, definitely. It's a cool picture. It's kind of breaking the net right now. And I wanted to share it with Blake. And there's a story behind it. And people out there, that's what they do. They see a story and then they give us the truth on what's really going on behind the scenes. And guess what? There's a photo that came out that really shows what this is. It's actually a tower. This is definitely fluid right now. I don't know exactly which city this is in, but we're pulling up the photos and you could definitely see there's a match. And people are basically passing off this photo that looks pretty legit if you didn't know the story behind it. But we're here. We're going to show you the truth. And this is it. It's a tower in a city. I'm sure our third phasers are going to find out exactly where this is. But we're just breaking it down because it's just happened within about 10 minutes when we received these photos.
Yeah, that's a good follow-up there, Brent, because we want to find out the answers to all the UFO videos that we receive. Sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. And one of the ways we find out is when we post our videos as fast as possible. Usually, we could wake up the next morning and we'll find out exactly what's going on, and then we'll break it down. And I'm sure tomorrow we're going to find out the exact city, but Brent pretty much broke it down really well that these lights match up perfectly with this tower at this basically arena that's built in the city. And somebody took advantage and put it out there and claimed it was a TR-3B, but now we found out it's not. Hey, sometimes we just got to tell you the hard truth, and sometimes we don't know what's going on. We just put out the videos and we all got to figure it out ourselves. Like I said, we're not experts here. We're just wanting to find out what's going on. And we are receiving the information from the public. And that's where the real story begins. I want to thank everybody for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Everybody in the chat tonight has been spectacular. We've got a lot more stuff coming in. So have your cameras ready. Keep your eyes on the skies. Blake Cousins, we'll see you real soon.
Let's just go down the rabbit hole here for a second. Let's just assume this is some sort of adversarial or foreign technology.
Most of the more than 120 incidents over the past 2 decades are not from the U.S. military or other advanced U.S. government technology.
It's right in front of me, it just disappears. Disappears. Like gone.
To be clear, he's referring to this giant object as a tic tac, because he said it was shaped like one.
We're in, that we don't know what these things are, and they might even be extraterrestrial. That's worse.